Caution, consuming more than one within a brief time may cause irritation to mouth. Sensitive individuals should not consume this product.
Jeez, I've never felt better. Doing the podcast each week is a true joy. Like a sweet candy. The sweet candy. I don't want to be podcast. GMat.
Is there anything for dessert or something? Oh, Mario! Oh my God!
Whoa.
Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep. Mask again. That's fine. I'd actually like to start today by asking an important question. Where's the bread and pita?
Oh, called
That's a good point.
out.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Is there no bread and pita?
No, there's no bread and pita.
Wow.
I forgot that I said
You know
that.
why? Because he spent so much time making pies for us, I assume Aidan.
No, but I'll tell you this much.
All
I
that
will
time
wear.
not
I
bringing
will,
the mask DVD.
There you
That we,
go.
Yeah. I will make bread and pita when you guys both wear a tie on the first episode of the podcast. Don't know. Is
fair, I
it
never
something
said
that
I was
we
gonna
all
wear a
agreed
tie.
on and then didn't do? I mean, that's
I never
interesting.
agreed on it.
So interesting.
I never said I was going to wear a tie.
it's so funny. I sent this thing to Ben and I was like, is this a gotcha moment? Can I use this? Or is this, like, we had a debate whether or not.
Are we starting?
Yeah, this is just a little bit of preamble.
You had a debate on what?
A little,
Preamble to the intro
about,
and end
because when you said, in podcast, before we did the video podcast, you said, sorry, on the video podcast, you said that we said,
Yeah.
or that I said,
Jesus.
sorry,
fucking
excuse.
Christ.
Let me start again. On the video
Just
podcast.
dump all the pronouns at the start and then say all the other words.
On the video.
He, you, I, they.
I got
we,
confused.
when.
I got confused. On the video podcast, you said to me, you said, oh, I don't own a suit, but I have a tie.
Do you still have it? Just play it.
I don't have it on me. No.
Why? You guys
It's in
talking?
the
You
drawer
guys.
with the fucking
Why did
tape.
you guys talking about me behind my back?
No, I'm trying to work out whether or not this would be a good, because I couldn't, it didn't feel like a fully formed bit. And I was like, is this bit good for the podcast?
He's asking me, did it make sense?
And
was what was.
it didn't, because it wasn't quite, it didn't quite work. So I said, because you said that I said, I don't have a suit, but I have a tie.
That's what you said.
And then no, it's not. We both went, you said, do you guys have a suit? And we went, yeah. And then you said, I don't have a suit, but I have a jacket.
Right.
And then I was
And
like,
then did we all say we're going to look nice for the first episode of the podcast?
I thought I did look nice.
Yeah. You must have. You did look nice. I even commented how much I like your jacket.
There you go. That's right. I wore the Costanza jacket.
That's right. It's a good jacket.
I think it was the lack of you bringing up a tie that made the bit not work. And Ben decided.
You know what was funny was that he was like, so is this good gotcha journalism? Will this be a funny bit? And I was like, well, no, it's you getting yourself. And now conveniently he doesn't have the bit.
Is that true?
Wait,
did you say you were going to dress up?
Do you reckon it was me? No, I didn't. We both went, and then you went, I don't have a jacket.
Nah.
I don't have a suit, but I have a jacket. And I was trying to do the.
I'm sure there's somewhere written down somewhere in our in that inbox that you said we would look. You agreed with me to look good.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Did he not look good? What was he wearing? You edited it. You'll remember.
I was just wearing a hoodie. I thought I looked good. I got a
You
haircut.
looked
and everything.
good in your
that's right, you
hoodie,
had your
but you didn't look
technology
like first video podcast. Let's work on the.
I
red
was not
carpet.
given a brief. I didn't know what we were working to. So I went like high street wear.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were Tom Segura.
I did say on the clip that he sent me, you said, I'll wear a suit. Do you guys own a suit? And I went, I'll rent one.
Right.
But to be fair, we never finalized it. That was just podcast 4 a.m. really
in the
above
morning as
shoulders
well.
waffle.
So is this a video one?
The bit that I thought I was trying to make funny was because when you talk about me, you do an impression like I'm made of clay.
Yeah, but I do impression like I made a play about everybody.
So you said, I don't have a suit. And then I cut to you saying, I don't have a suit. And I thought that was funny, but he didn't think
But
it
apparently
was.
you got yourself, which I'm
No,
interested to
he
see.
didn't think it was a bit.
The thing was, like, you can kind of tell, but you have to catch yourself. And it's by the time the punchline has happened, you're like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Because it goes from
I do think
last week's audio into this week's audio. And you're like, we'd be hearing it this week. So there's 3 weeks of audio kind of mixed together of us going, have a listen to this. And then we go back. And it's 2 weeks ago, and you're going, I don't have a suit, but I'll wear a tie. Yeah, but should we dress up? Da-da. And then the next week, you're going, you said this, and then him cutting back again. to 2 weeks before. It's real fucking.
Just
Real nice and just easy to follow.
yeah, it's
Okay.
sequel shit.
I should test more stuff on you so we don't bring crap to the podcast. Speaking of crap to the podcast, let's do a podcast. I got a bunch of crap.
Ooh, GMat. Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode 173 of the GMat podcast.
I think I'll make this 60 seconds. This is... I'm dribbling so much. Oh, it doesn't taste good. I'll tell you that, my friend. Oh, fuck it out. Oh, I'm swallowing. And it's very... Fuck it out. I keep swallowing to get some of the saliva out of my mouth. But all right, we made 60 seconds. That was pretty easy. I'm a real toxic head.
My God.
Today's episode of the GMat podcast is brought to you by our merch, which is available at teespring.com/stores/therealgmat. Teespring.com/stores/therealgmat. Go get yourself. This is one of the jumpers. No, it's not. I'm blocking it. It fell down in my back. Point is, there's something there. Thank you. It's
Well-oiled
constant.
machine.
Oh my God. That intro was brought to you by me. I made that intro. It's got stains all over it as well.
Oh, God.
It's come. If you would like to submit an intro, send it to contact@therealgmat.tv or submit it in the Discord, send it to me on Facebook, send it to me in the mail, send it to my PO box, do whatever you got to. Cut the music. Thank you. See, now I had this nice thing in my back that was keeping me all...
Do the stains come with the jumper or are they aftermarket?
They do.
They come
do.
pre-stained.
Yeah, we all put them on. We wear them for a few
Does
days.
factory come?
Yes, factory
Oh
come,
my God.
spit, piss, whatever.
Sorry, you're going to do introductions, but speaking of factory cum, those horrendous... Did you send those videos to Ben as well?
Oh, wait, just give me... It's 10 a.m.
Did you send those
Give
videos
me
to Ben as well?
3 seconds to just process what's going on.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Yes, I did send them to Ben.
Aren't they the most upsetting videos you've ever seen? No.
always?
Do you know what's
I'm
the most...
concerned that I don't remember them.
The
The
video
guy that like licks the fleshlight and then fucks it at the fucking tip. He sent it to me at work and he's like, oh no, I wasn't at work. I said, where was I?
I
He
did
said,
say
it's
on
like,
the first one, I did say
not safe for work, very yuck. And I was like, oh, does somebody die? Because somebody's going to die here. And he's like, no, it's probably worse. And then I was watching, I was like, what's going to happen? And they just throw this. It's not even in the casing. It's just the
Break it down,
fucking
break it down.
casing.
Okay, there's the workers at a tip, I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah.
Landfill.
Like
It's just
landfill.
garbage as far as the eye can
Right,
see.
and they're all
yeah.
standing on garbage.
And they're northern, aren't they?
I didn't
He's
hear
an
them,
onion.
right? One guy pulls out a fleshlight out of the thing and like throws it to this other dude. And he catches it and he's all laughing at his mates and he like licks it, which is pretty
He
fucking
fully
gross.
like goes like and like
and then
rubs it
just
and shit.
gets his cock out and shoves it in. And his cock is surprisingly not hard.
Yeah,
right?
he
And
just,
just
like,
like
thumbs
thumbs
it
it
in
in.
there.
And it's like, oh, look at that. And then I was like, oh, I'm not watching that anymore.
The guy behind the camera's like, oh, he's an onion. He's an onion.
That was so gross. And then another one he sent me was the same dudes. They found a dildo, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like a vibrator or a dildo.
And like they threw it at the same guy, and he's like,
he fully like pushed it into his throat.
it was so upsetting, so upsetting. And this time last week, I watched a man die in a lathe,
I've been
And-
giving Aidan a real fucking.
and that was
Trial by fire, huh?
oh boy. The lathe upset me so much. I walked out of this room and I was like, I can feel it in my heart.
Just white.
That was so upsetting.
Every now and again, we have conversations where we're talking about like what's the worst thing you saw on the internet when you
It's
were a
that.
kid, you know, or like you were scrolling through the you're like, oh, you know, when you're a teenager and you're like, you get that adrenaline rush from
Yeah.
seeing something like really fucked up.
Yeah.
And I think about that lathe video like 3 times a week, and I bring it up all the time. And I said to Aidan, like for whatever reason, we were talking about something else. You're talking about the video with the lady
falls
who
into the
falls
escalator.
into the escalator, which is also like heavy, but like you don't
Pretty
see
bad.
anything.
You don't see any blood or anything. You just know she's dead.
Conceptually, it's bad.
You just know that she died in a poor way. Probably worse than Lathe Man. Because she gets crushed.
Yeah.
Lathe Guy like just gets broken in half and is dead.
Yeah.
She's like there for a bit with her whole body just like
All right. Yeah.
You know
So-
what's a cool thing?
Yeah.
Is when you see a new worst thing.
Well, I don't
Like,
think. I don't think-
eventually, you'll probably see something worse than the lathe video.
I don't think it can be topped.
I don't think I will.
It didn't take. It did.
Have
it
you
took-
seen it?
It took
I
nothing.
don't know. I
Have
don't think
you
so.
seen it?
I don't think I have.
You have no idea what I've been through. That is the most horrendous thing I've ever seen.
For the viewers at home,
I think I was pale when I left the room as well.
it's a phone recording of a screen for
It
some
doesn't
sort
help.
of
You said
security
that to me
camera.
as well, like it was going to be shitty footage.
Yeah.
It was essentially just the CCTV footage. It didn't make any difference
You
at
see,
all.
you see in the distance a gentleman working on a lathe, and
Just like trigger warning, by the way, this is really horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, we're just...
Interior warehouse day.
And he gets caught on the lathe, which pulls him in, and he's there for a little bit trying to fight it. And then the lathe spins the gentleman, and within 5 seconds...
4 or 5 seconds.
He's
just a torso and nothing else.
He's not even the torso. The torso eventually disappears. Like
I
in
didn't see
Fallout
that bit.
4, when you get the
Like in a video game,
gore
if you shoot someone with a shotgun too close, and they just go sort of...
Yeah.
I think that was in the coroner's
What's
report.
the thing? Yeah, he said, you know,
Akin to Fallout
Yes,
4
my
by
God.
Bethesda.
the gore update, the gore
I know
skill
the
you
gore,
can get
the
where they
gore.
just become
Yeah, the
bits.
gore.
That's what he became.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
It's pretty heavy.
It's very upsetting. And also, by the way, a lathe isn't exactly what I thought. I thought it was like
Not what
two
I thought it
things
was
going
either.
like that, like a roller pin thing situation. I thought it just got flat. But
No, it's a spinner.
he just gets like... That's actually very good. That's so accurate.
That was a pretty good description.
I see it when I close my eyes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Matt. I'm the host of the podcast. I'm joined by post-lathe Aidan Jonathan,
Hi, how are you?
pre-lathe Benjamin J,
We're going to watch the lathe video today?
and our producer on the board, pre-lathe Becky J.
I'd call myself a never lathe, actually.
Nether lathe, sorry.
I also thought I was another lathe, and I'll tell you this much, never do it.
I'm surprised by how easy it was to get Aidan to watch it.
Well, because you've been talking... No, it wasn't, because you've been talking to me about it since you've seen it.
Yeah.
And you and Garbett were like, you should watch this.
Well, Garbett's never seen it either.
It's the
Oh,
classic, like,
what?
you wouldn't like it. It's full on. It's pretty full on.
Yeah, no, but like, even before he pressed play, he's like, now, seriously?
This is what I do with this one. I'm like, because I wanted somebody else to be
I'm here with you now.
in my brain.
Mr.
I'm
Lost
there.
Company, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I couldn't get Garbett to watch it. I couldn't get Steve to watch it.
You couldn't get Steve to watch.
I
Nah,
know,
Steve's
right?
been a bitch. That Steve can watch that.
grow up, Steve.
100%. Yeah, grow up. I mean, not be a bitch. That's,
He won't even watch Hereditary.
You just not like horror movies.
No. And this is like a horror movie times 10.
He's seen other ones that are similar, though.
If you can watch,
He's done the same thing as you. He keeps trying to get me to watch those ones. I don't need that shit in my life,
I was
thanks.
standing right here, and Matt turned
I remember
around.
where I was.
Yeah,
I was
he
sitting
turned around.
right
He
here.
turned around. He's like, "Now, seriously."
He turned around.
Yeah, because I was
His head
behind him.
turned
I
all
was
the
like,
way
I
around.
was like, you know, I was in a fighty mood. I was like ready to go, and he said, "Just now, seriously, this is not okay." And I was like, "Do it, just do it now, quick, do it,
Quick.
And then as soon as he did it, I wanted to throw up and do diarrhea and cry and vomit, and it was
Oh,
such
because
a
you've seen it, so
visceral.
it's still confronting because you'll notice something new, but you're like, huh, man, oh man. What do you
know
reckon,
the reason?
Aidan? Yeah.
You know the reason? I asked him very specifically, and I think I asked you on the podcast or maybe the post show. I said, how long is it before he gets caught before he's dead? Because that's the bit that I didn't love.
When they still have dreams.
When he's like, oh, I'll see my wife tonight. No,
When
it's
he's still-
like,
when he's still conscious, when he's still a
like
human being.
attached, and he's like, oh fuck. Matt was like, oh, a second, easily 3 or 4 seconds. It was the longest 3 or 4 seconds ever. He was like, ow! It was horrible.
I watched you watch it, and I saw the
Did
light
you?
leave your eyes.
Yeah, no, not fun. Not fun.
There's like a pre-video I like to show where I'm like, just so you're aware what's going to happen. It's a guy who I think he's in like the Philippines or somewhere, and he's working in like, by the way, in like shorts and thongs and a shirt, and he gets his shirt caught in it, and it goes, whoosh, and it rips his entire shirt off his body, and he's like, oh, like he's
Yeah, I
just
don't know
shirtless.
why would he be wearing. I would either be naked or wearing like skin tight clothes.
That's the thing. Wearing that shirt and not a safety jacket saved that man's life.
That's right.
And I'm like, now imagine he's wearing a thicker jacket,
And that's what happens.
and now you're ready to watch the lathe video. Heavy stuff.
Have you done a lathe experts react yet on Gameology?
Experts react to lathe. Construction workers react to lathe, and they're like, "Yep, that's about right." All right, let's get into some stuff. I've got some stuff. First of all,
I
Aidan's
forgot about
elsewhere.
it.
You
I
should have
forgot
ended on
about
that.
it. I forgot about
He
it.
might not be coming back.
on a much more positive note,
Yeah.
I'd like to congratulate my brother on the birth of his daughter. I
Oh,
asked him
well
that.
done.
I said I can.
How much did he do?
What?
Like, you know, he only did a bit.
Oh, well, I mean, like, I congratulate
After genetic material.
the lady that did the thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But
no
you know,
one just congratulated me on the birth of your brother's daughter.
I'm sorry.
I was there. I was a midwife.
I had nothing to do with it, but
Congratulations, Ben, on the
Thank
birth
you,
of Matt's
thank
brother's
you.
daughter.
Oh, we're all really excited.
Happy and healthy, 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Mum, bub doing well.
Very exciting. I haven't had a baby born in the family for a very long time, so that's very exciting news.
It is.
You can buy them like Kmart.
well,
Baby Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn.
you say that, but I feel like her name's OJ, by the way.
OJ?
Yeah. I thought it was a bit
Orange
weird.
juice?
That's the one. Yeah.
Really?
Orenthal James.
Orlando Jordan.
When my first nephew was born.
Yes. The escape artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Houdini.
Harold.
His name is Fart. They called him. When he was born, it was at like 2:00 in the morning, and I got a call, and my brother was like, "Oh, it's happening." I was like, by the way, like you said, yes, 100%,
But totally, yes, it's very exciting for you.
100% the partner's efforts, but they're my brothers. I know them.
I was just being an
contact
idiot.
them. I understand. So he calls me and said, "Oh, it's happening." And then I left at like 2:00 in the morning, and I remember I had all this present to give to the kid. That's like a thing
The
that we
first
both
time this
have.
is?
Yeah.
Right,
I was so
right.
excited to get a nephew, and this time around, my brother called me when it happened, and I didn't return his call for 3 days. And I got back to him. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, and it's his first kid.
Yeah.
He was like, a baby one. I was like, "Oh, awesome," and I spoke to him about it, but I when he called me, I knew what it was, and I was like, that's not. We can deal with that later.
You asshole.
I know. I was
fuck?
I got back to him.
Kid's not going anywhere.
Exactly. That's
It
what I was
doesn't
thinking.
matter.
And from day one to day 3.
If
it's like,
you know I'm calling you to announce the birth of my child and you fucking screen my call,
That's different.
I will be so mad.
That's different. That's a friend's baby. This is just this is my nephew.
Yeah, this is
I've already got one niece and a nephew. This is another one.
It's not helping.
Add it to the pile.
You're in a bad. You go to hell.
I hope so.
You've got that's not nice.
I hope so.
But you've got a present for the baby.
No. But they live in Queensland, so it's not.
Oh,
urgent.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And I'll see them.
Welcome to enter the competition for the next diary, though. That diary.
They're getting a signed
Yeah.
copy of the mask.
One free entry.
Yes. Yeah. I'm hoping to.
OJ.
Yeah. OJ. Yeah. It's not OJ.
Right. I like OJ.
It's not OJ.
OJ.
J.O.
OJ GMat.
Joe. No, I won't say the baby's name on the podcast. Man.
Frederica.
That's the one.
I thought as much.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
How's everyone feeling? Is everyone
About
moods
the birth
today?
of your thing?
No, just the moods today.
Oh,
Who
just
cares
general?
about the birth?
I mean, I was fine, and then I was down, and now I'm slowly coming back.
You coming back?
Yeah.
Just get it out of your head.
Yeah, well, it's been in there for 2 weeks now. It's all right. I'm all right. We're going fine.
Good.
Retail's
keep
back.
humming along.
So I'm working a lot.
Yeah, we're back on the. Everyone's out in the streets and doing their thing.
Yeah. I'm getting, lovely customer. I'm actually having more fun at work than I thought. I've sort of lost my throat a bit. I don't know where it is.
Oh, your voice.
Sorry.
What a weird way to phrase that.
I didn't mean to say throat.
I was so confused then.
I've lost my throat, and that's because I've been talking much more than I usually. I didn't realize I talk so much, and obviously I talk a lot here because, but I hadn't been during lockdown. Really, I was talking on the podcast and talking when I played D&D, but that was it. That's like twice a week. That's all I was doing.
Did you walk around the house in silence?
No, but I was in silence for large stretches of time, especially if I was at uni. I wasn't asking questions because it was online, or I was just doing my assignment silently. So there's a lot of thoughts and things. I was an active brain, but not very active talker. So after my very first shift with customers, I totally lost my voice, which was crazy.
Yeah, it's a tool that gets weak and.
Yeah,
needs
I
to-
just forgot.
I reckon that's why your voice
shit.
is so malleable and strong. You can do a lot of stuff.
Me.
You can do a lot of a lot of noises, a lot of yelling,
yes.
a lot of stuff, and you don't lose your voice.
That's right.
I think it's got something to do with how much you talk.
Yeah, I just
No,
use
that's
it
not-
all the time.
I was thinking the other day, disagree with me if you want to. Well, my mic feels like I'm distant. I think Aidan would be a really good late night host.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
I was
'Cause,
thinking-
Jimmy's
Jimmy.
you're out there. I'll take over now.
Not a James Corden, but
God, thank you.
That
That guy sucks.
It's just the yes. And how is that? You can keep a conversation going, and when someone says, and then filming was really good, and it's getting a bit boring, you go, that's very great.
Can you do an actual impersonation of my laugh?
Oh, no, I need.
Ben did a good impersonation of me last week. Me on an escalator.
Oh,
And do you know what's funny? After that, I went to a shopping center and I was mad at everyone on an escalator. You guys have changed me.
That
forever.
was a post-show thing, and I thought about that again with the escalator, where you were like you Aidan has the ability to be both the enemy and the hero.
Yeah, of the same
of your
story.
own story of,
Yeah.
of any circumstance. I was like, I feel like your brain is this untapped machine that we need to dive into more.
It's
we
always
need to,
two opposing forces, and whichever
Well-
one he is at that time is the right one. But next week he'll be the other one. and
Well,
that'll be
that's
the
right.
right
I'm the other one on the escalator thing now, but only
Which
because
one's the
you
other one now?
opened my mind. Because at work I was like, and I said very clearly, I'm not ever in a rush on an escalator, which is such a stupidly broad statement. I've never been in a rush on an escalator, and you guys can go fuck yourselves. But yesterday I was in a rush on an escalator, and I sort of stopped
time
for a
ever.
second. I was like, damn it,
Post-escalator
they were
rush,
right.
Aidan.
Yeah, I
it's-
needed to get sushi, and I needed to get it quickly.
Your brain and your perspective is just untapped content. I feel like we need to come with like questions to ask.
Come with questions to
And
ask.
to be like, how do you feel about this? Like, what's your perspective of this?
Yeah,
just
you're
to
saying I'm the Carl Pilkington of this podcast.
almost,
Right, okay.
almost.
Not as nearly as funny.
No, but it's a whole
But,
different type of
I
Carl
understand.
Pilkington.
I feel like it's all in the phrasing.
yeah.
Because like the escalator thing, you'd be like, okay, you're in a rush, you're heading to an escalator, you're going up and someone's standing in the middle and you've got sushi. Like, what should happen here? It's like, well, that person needs to get out of my way.
100%. Get the
And
fuck
then
out of the way.
you describe it the other way of like, you're standing, it depends where he is. Again, like if you're the one standing on there, you've been on the escalator first, some person comes up behind you, wants to move through your space on the escalator.
Yeah.
They're rushing around with sushi,
100%.
throwing raw fish around, and they want to go right through your space, and you're very comfortable the way you're standing. Well, then they'll just have to wait. If they wanted to come up, they should have got there sooner.
It's very good. I feel like I'm gonna make a note of just bringing situations.
Do you know that you can ask the sushi people to cut your... No, how dare you? To cut the sushi? Didn't know this
The
about
roll,
sushi.
the sushi
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
half.
Because I like to eat sushi.
Are you talking about that like at like the
sense
supermarket
why.
or
At,
at
Like
the,
sushi.
not the ones in your
The
house?
sushi hub.
What?
I was imagining you had like sushi chefs, sushi chefs.
No, I have sushi chefs, but they'll do whatever I like. They're more sashimi.
You can ask them anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't worry about
Go and
cutting.
stand on that escalator.
Get out of my way. No. I just thought the other day I wanted to eat sushi with chopsticks, and I was like,
Move. Sorry. Sorry. Keep going.
and I asked them to cut the rolls, and they did, and it was crazy. And she didn't look at me like, ugh.
Oh, you mean like into little?
Yeah.
Oh,
she was
okay,
like,
yeah.
oh, yes, of course.
Which way,
by
long
by
ways
all
or-
means.
Yeah, I got to cut it into 4 long
nice.
logs.
I'm going to get them to do it next time. You can really just ask them to cut it up for you and they won't bat an eyelid.
Zigzags, please.
Yeah.
I'll ask you something, Aidan.
Yeah.
You might have an. Well, I'll ask everybody because it's a question I wanted to ask everybody.
Okay.
Something that Beck and I were talking about the other day.
Okay.
If you had the ability, would you want this ability?
Yep.
You never need to sleep.
Oh.
Now there's some parameters.
Like the guy from Die Another Day.
I didn't.
The James
Diamonds
Bond
in his
villain.
face, that guy.
Yeah. And he puts that mask on. He just sort of like rejuvenates.
But not even that. Like you don't need any.
Like a
rejuvenation
vampire?
time. Kinda. You don't need to
Vampire.
sleep, but when you lay down, you feel relaxed. Like you can like relax.
Oh,
you can
okay.
lay, but you don't get sleepy. You don't get
Yeah,
tired.
massage. Like,
You don't get
like getting
tired.
massage.
You're not like exhausted.
You can get like physically exhausted and lay down, and I guess like just you can get sore, but your body just builds up naturally, like
Okay.
as if you slept. Over time, you'll feel better, but you don't get sleepy. Would you want that ability? Lose sleep forever?
I'm very confused by it.
Okay,
Because if I can get tired...
you can't get tired.
No, if I can get physically exhausted, I want to be able to just go, okay, and then wake up tomorrow morning not feeling terrible. But if I have to just lay there feeling exhausted, being like, oh, in 2 hours I'm going to feel good.
No.
I want sleep.
It's kind of like if you've had a long day of doing stuff, your body's a bit exhausted, but over the evening, let's say from night till morning, your body will regenerate. Even if you're just walking around and doing stuff, your body will feel better. Let's go with that. So you do get tired. If you went for a workout, you're sore, but by the morning you'll feel better. But you can sort of do whatever. You don't have to sleep. You
I don't
have
know.
to lay
I don't
down.
think so because everybody else sleeps.
100%.
It's kind
I'll
of like
take it.
skipping school whenever, like, there's nothing to do at home if no one's there. You know what I mean? Like if I'm skipping school and you're still at school, I'm not having.
You wouldn't
a crazy-
find stuff to do.
I could find stuff to do, but why would I?
I immediately I went to same with you. Did you say you'd 100% take it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Without-
Yeah.
I've thought
No
about
sleep.
it before. I just want it so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I love sleep, but I would love just more hours in the day to just like, I don't know, watch a movie, play a game, just have that weird
If
8 hours.
all of us just didn't sleep, if like we didn't have to sleep, no, just the four of us in this room,
Oh, okay.
like stumbled on a meteorite and then it made us not have to sleep anymore, then sure, because then we're like, hey guys, we don't sleep, so we'll all work until X amount and then we can hang out.
If that's the
not a
case, then
problem.
I'm taking the sleep.
Yeah, right. I knew you were going to say
It's the
that.
four of us.
How
Because
dare
the
you.
thing is, you're completely on your own. You can just get your own shit done. And no
Yeah,
one's
but
like,
you can get
hey,
your
have you
own
got
shit
that
done
blah blah? Can you
during
send
the
that
day.
across?
You
But
can get
sometimes you
your
run
own
out of
shit during the
time.
day.
Imagine if you had, if it was like you do your day, you do whatever you
You
want.
would end up working for 24 hours a day all
Yeah,
the
but you don't
time.
need sleep.
Yeah, but like what you need to do other things with other people.
But you would do other things.
But
like,
you would have so much more time to do those things. You could be like, just imagine you get 8 hours of Aidan time. Like whatever you do during the day is whatever, and then you have the 8 hours where everyone else in the world is not at your way, not a problem. They're all in their home sleep, and it's
Nah.
like, here's Aidan time.
I have
can-
enough Aidan time. I'm not a problem. There's no problem there.
Okay,
There's
all
no
right.
problem.
Hey,
Also, I enjoy my time with other people far more than I do sitting by myself.
this might be like a real introvert extrovert thing as well.
I'm
'Cause you're
extrovert.
very
I'm
much
an
an extrovert. Like you get out there talking to people is how you recharge,
100%.
you get your energy. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm in the world. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I went out on Tuesday and somebody bailed and said I've reached my social quota for the week, and I genuinely don't understand that. I was like, I appreciate that that's what he is experiencing and believes, but I don't
He believes.
understand it. I don't understand how I can just all of a sudden be like, do you know what? I can't deal. And people are like, oh yeah, I get that. I was like, no.
yeah, I get that.
I could be exhausted. I could come. I would happily come, and I did once.
Someone
I
get
came
that
here-
soundbite.
come after Boxing Day. I came here. I think I was working like all day for like 11 hours or something stupid. And I came here and I was like, "Hi, what's up? Let's like not do that anymore." Like, hi. And other people want to go home and just sit in exhaustion. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm 100% with that. I wanna.
Also, I will forego sleep and do on a regular basis to either have more Aidan time or more time with my friends.
I'll forego sleep.
Forgo sleep.
Yeah, I thought you said I will go sleep.
No, forgo
And I was
sleep.
like, oh man, I had to do a lot of maths on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll fucking no, I don't need sleep. I sleep when I'm dead.
No,
Which will be much sooner if you don't sleep.
Beck, what you would take a sleeper or to leave a sleeper?
It's tough because I do love a sleep, but I also think I would be like a superhuman if I didn't have to.
It would be, Beck said it would be like a superpower. Is that what you said? Which I was
think
like,
so.
that's spot on. It would be like a fucking
Well, you've got double the time of everyone else, so yeah,
be like a
vampire.
you would get so much more done. You are right.
unbelievable.
Here's the question though: do you love sleep or do you love waking up? Do you know what I mean?
Definitely not.
No, like waking up, not like you need to wake up at 8, but if you just sleep and let yourself naturally wake up, the waking up, if you've had you're like, if you're rested and you're cozy, you're like, oh, that's it. Because you don't really remember, you're not there when you're sleeping, you're unconscious and drifting off with whoever. But you like wake up, that's the bit that you're like, oh, I kind of like sleep for the stretch.
I love the going to sleep. After being you lay down, you're like, oh yes, this pillow feels like a fucking dream. Like that's the bit I like.
You know, like the post and the pre and the post.
Yeah, but that's all encompassing within the sleep.
That's true.
You
But the
know.
actual sleep.
But I could get rid of that to just fucking,
If
I
you still
might
get the
take the
comfort.
like, maybe you need 1 hour of sleep because then you get the laying down and
That's
the
pretty
waking
cool.
up.
What if
Little
you
hour
need
of
8
like,
hours sleep over the week? That's good because you can sleep one night and you can. There you go, one night.
yeah, or 1 hour every night and then an extra hour on one other, or 1 hour and 10, 12 minutes or something.
See, now you're tweaking
1
the
hour
rules,
13?
though. You know,
Now
that's-
13. Will that do it?
I don't know.
15 probably. No, that doesn't make sense.
I was going to do the maths, but I don't know enough maths to even know what to put in.
Well, 60 divided by 7 would be
Yeah,
the
it's
maths.
very good. Thank you.
10, 15.
So it'll be 12.
you guys want to do an ad read?
Yeah.
Now, don't look at it.
No,
just
I
yet.
want to do some live.
Don't look at it just yet. Don't flip the pages.
Is there anything on the back of it?
I don't believe so. no.
Okay. This is what I see before me. Untitled screenplay
By
by Your Name Here.
My name here. Yeah.
I think Matt has prepared these.
Now there's been Ben had this ad read that he's been working on, but you've been a little nervous to bring it to the table.
There's more preparation. That
I
needs to be done
finally got
if someone
some
else is gonna read
guidance,
it.
and I'm going to do my homework, and we'll see the ad read next week.
Yeah. So I thought
So nervous now; it's going to be like a real performance. All right, I'm into it.
I thought in the meantime I would have a crack at writing one. Now, by no stretch of the imagination, am I a great writer?
Yes, you are.
You know what I mean?
You know what I found the other day? I found our fucking third-year performance script in a coat of mine.
Which one?
Why don't waves
No.
keep going? I found it.
We were
That
talking
can
about
be
it.
a live read.
Again,
We'll do
again.
that one next.
Yeah, I mean that one I wrote in 10 minutes.
It was good.
It's like I wrote this song in 5 minutes.
It was a load of wank, but it was really effective.
Yeah.
It was a real good load of wank.
But keep in mind, we wrote it with the perspective of this is going to be a load of wank because we wanted
Wankers
to
are gonna
we wanted
watch
the
this.
points. We
No, you
wanted
did
to,
exactly what you set out to do.
and we won.
I'm not bitter.
I was angling it at the person who was marking
Are they
it. and I was-
double-sided? No.
No.
Did I ever see that one?
We wouldn't have
I
invited you
wouldn't have made sure
Oh,
you came.
okay. Ouch.
I think you did come.
because you would have been like, "That's wanky." I'm like, "I know. I had to write it so that I
Yes.
got the marks
yes,
I
we
wanted."
started with our underpants. Relax.
Oh, yeah. I remember this one.
Yeah, you remember the
Glad
show where everybody was in their underwear?
Is Glad Wrap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So
Brought to you by Cling Film.
now I need everybody to fully commit to the words that are on this page. I
Okay.
need you to put your guts in it. Really encompass Aidan, encompass Ben.
Am I playing Aidan as Aidan?
You're playing like a heightened version of Aidan.
That's Aidan.
It's an ad read.
Who am I
you
playing?
know?
All right.
You're playing a heightened version of Ben.
Heightened.
Heightened.
Heightened version of Ben.
Is everybody ready?
Stretch bit.
Heightened in what way, quickly?
Yeah.
What?
You're the director and the writer.
Because I feel like a heightened version of me is just going to be Aidan.
Yeah, well, do Aidan then.
That's right.
Yeah,
Now I'm
yeah.
going to be higher than me.
That's a good idea. Play Aidan.
Oh, that seems
Aidan,
not a bad-
You play James Corden.
Fuck off. James Corden's not just me, but bigger. That's horrendously offensive.
Well, I mean, he's,
I'm going to do Graham Norton.
I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying here's a place to go.
Okay, I'll go where I
I think you just go where it feels
I feel like
comfortable.
you've written it well enough that I'll see it.
Exam's a great writer, you know.
Okay.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Page 1, let's go.
Oh, are you doing stage directions?
Oh, okay. Oh, I should have given Beck one.
yourself
It doesn't matter. It's Interior Podcast Studio.
What a fun podcast we're having so far, right, guys?
You betcha, 80, my friend.
I concur passionately.
I was thinking to myself today that if I was a viewer of this podcast, I'd love to support it somehow.
That's so funny. I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking also the same things that both of you guys were also thinking, but better than you because you guys are both silly fuckheads.
Ben.
Just kidding, fellas. So what are we going to do about this dang-fangled supporting debacle?
Well, we could tell the audience about the Patreon.
That's a good idea, but we don't want to leave a sour taste in the viewers' mouths now, do we, boys?
Ben is right. If only we could tell them about it with the sour taste in our mouths.
I don't get it.
Well, that way the sour that way the sour taste we leave in their mouths would seem minuscule by comparison.
Now that's thinking with your fisting brain.
If only we had the world's most sour lollies. That way we could definitely do a great Patreon plug.
Oh well, I guess we'll just...
Wait, guys. Guess what?
What?
I do have the world's most sour lollies.
Yay!
Why don't
you
we?
really don't?
Why don't we all
No.
take one?
Oh,
Here you
no.
go, Ben.
The boys take their lollies and unwrap them.
All right, I'm unwrapping my lolly.
All right. Oh God, how do you unwrap this?
You just take it.
Oh Jesus, I'm gonna.
Here,
fling it
I'll go first and get it started. That tastes kind of sour, but mainly delicious.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, viewers. Take a look at my smile. Do you know why I'm smiling? Well, it's because I've never felt better. This is incredibly sour. Oh! God. Doing the podcast each week is a true joy.
Caution, consuming more than one within a brief time may cause irritation to mouth. Sensitive individuals should not consume this product.
I've never felt better. Doing the podcast each week is a true joy. Like a sweet candy. The sweet, sweet candy.
Ben, it's your line.
Oh my God,
bottom of page 2, Ben.
Oh my god.
Aidan
That's
just-
right, Aidan, my boy.
Ben eats his lolly.
But you can't enjoy the great content like this without supporting the creators who make it happen. Running a video podcast costs time and resources that are in limited supply, especially in this climate.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Ben.
Just don't try and inhale your spit.
We try our best each and every week to provide you guys, the audience, with the best content we can. But we don't want to stop here. We want to keep growing and I swallowed it.
Oh yeah, right.
We want to keep keep growing, expanding, and getting better, and that takes support.
The best way to support us is to head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast. Pick your amount and support us with a monthly contribution. Get access to a private Discord as well, and the podcast post show, a shorter episode recorded directly after the regular podcast where we discuss everything that we didn't have time to discuss.
That's patreon.com/real the GMat podcast. Let's turn the GMat podcast into an AMAT podcast.
Great work, guys. Now all that's left to do is to finish these delicious lollies.
Yay!
The end. Oh, it tastes so bad.
That was exceptional.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread it in here.
Really? Mine's fine now. It was delicious. The sour bit was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it.
That's not the world's sourest lolly, right?
it says that on the packet, but I feel like that's saying like the world's best burger at a restaurant. you
Right.
know?
I wonder what is the most sour. We do often do
Oh,
the hottest thing, but god damn, that was sour.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa, boy.
All right.
Oh, that was really funny.
Great work, guys.
That was really funny.
Good
I
work.
cried with laughter. That was inspired reading.
Thank you so much.
I feel like you really nailed down Ben.
It was just off the cuff stuff, but I felt like I kind of knew where the character was headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understood him, for sure.
Next week when we do it, I reckon it'll be better. It'll be better.
This.
Yeah, we did the same one. Eat a lolly. No.
Oh, good. So Ben's written next week's. Does that mean I have to have a crack at the week after?
Seems right.
Oh,
You can
God.
That's
get
a good
whoever you
idea.
want
That's a
to
good
read it.
idea.
I'll
All of us
I'll
read
write
it,
us a
have
script.
one of us read it.
I'll write us a script.
I was telling Bruce about the because obviously the episode hasn't come out yet. The first video podcast where we talked about the fat socks thing, where I said I got so fat.
Oh, yeah.
And I said something, and I was like, oh, I'm going to write that down to tell you guys. And I quoted myself. I said, you know you're fat when you fall over, and it's a day ruiner.
Oh, no. Did that happen?
You don't get that?
I've never fallen over and it's like, ugh.
It's like you fall over and you're like you graze your knees and you get up and you're like, oh, fucking hurt my back, and now my knees all fucking sore because of all the weight that went into my fucking
I've
when I
definitely-
fell over, and then the whole day you're like, I'm sore, and it's like, what happened? It's like I kind of slipped over when I walked out the door a little bit, and it's fucked my ankle and my knee and my hip and my back, and my tit is all rashed underneath it because it rubbed a lot. Not that bad, but you know what I mean. It really fucking ruins your day.
I've never experienced that.
Well, I was a big fat cunt, so you know it did. It did. Yeah.
That's, I've done the, can you get me that toaster? I'm like, no. No, I'm not getting it. It's too low.
What? Oh, I get to work. You're at work.
At work.
I was like, your mum's like, can you get me that toaster? And you're like, pull it out of
Take
the
the
wall.
bread to it, mum.
No, or if I bend over, it's with a wide stance.
Yep.
Like to make room for your guts.
Oh yeah. 'Cause you got
Not
to go in
more.
the middle.
I can bend close-legged now.
Like when a power lifter picks up the sphere, the rock sphere.
Sphere.
You know,
The
and
sphere.
you have to
The
get their
sphere
legs
of
around it.
doom.
Well, what is it? What's it called?
Earth.
No, there's that sphere of
Yeah, like a weight.
yeah.
Stone.
Stone.
Do you know
stone,
the
they
Earth
do.
isn't a sphere? It's an oblate spheroid.
I didn't know that. I don't know what
It's more like a tomato.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a dip.
No, it's kind
And
of
a
like
stem.
that.
Did I ever tell you guys about when I jumped across that ditch and I hit the fence and fucking... That wasn't because I was fat. That was just a bad... I mean, I was fat, but...
It was
whatever.
incidental. The fatness was not a contributing factor.
Underlying condition.
I was coming home from school. I want to say I was on like in year 12, and like in our town, the school's on the opposite side of town as my house. Pretty much. Like Marupna, I'm on one side, the school's on the other side. But it's not a long walk. It's like a few kilometers. But to get to my house, I can either go down like the main street and go through the town and then go around, I guess, sort of like a hard 90 degrees down to my house. Or I can go from the school to the house through all these back paddocks. Paddocks and paddocks and paddocks is like, and I was like, I've never gone that way. All I have to do is like jump a fence, I'll probably jump like 50 fences because it's just paddock. And I was like, I'm going to do that just to make this walk interesting. You okay?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen. And I had a bit of lolly in my mouth and I started laughing again. I'm so sorry.
So I'm like, I'm going to take the back way to make this an interesting walk.
Yeah.
Because I get bored walking.
Of course.
And I was jumping fences, and then there was like a ditch. There was only like, I don't know, maybe 2 meters across. So I could jump the ditch. It was far enough that I knew with a run up, I could jump over the ditch. Mm-hmm. But down the bottom of the ditch was all this growth, and obviously it never gets cut or anything. So it's grown up above land, and then a bit higher
from the water. Or the
from the bottom of the
Yeah,
ditch.
yeah,
so it's grown up past where my feet are. So it's sort of like a layer of grass. And I know if I jump across it, I'll like go through the grass a little bit.
And you can tell that it's a ditch.
Yeah, I can tell it's gone down deep.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll jump through the grass to the other side. And like maybe my shins will go through the grass and cut the top of the grass.
Fine.
But it's quite thick, and I didn't realize there was a fence in it. So the grass has grown, it's like a ditch. And so in the bottom of the ditch is a fence that comes up.
Why?
I have no idea. I didn't know what it was for or the reason for it.
Jumping it.
Or I guess it's maybe like it is like a break point to like stop animals getting into the next bit. But like if they want to go in the ditch and get, try and go down the ditch and up, there's a fence in the bottom of the ditch.
Right.
But it grows up higher than where my feet are.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell, and I jumped through it. And then obviously my feet just hit the fence, and I went fell down into the ditch, and it was a barbed wire fence as well.
Oh, fuck.
So I fucked up my shins and everything, but I didn't cry or carry on. I was like, that fucking hurt, but I need to go.
Of course it did.
And so then I skewed off the paddocks, and I was like, well, time to get back to the main road.
Yeah.
And I was limping down the main road, just blood coming down my legs. Not like I never needed stitches or anything, but the cuts were like bleeding.
There's a few cuts
down my shins. Yeah. And
Fuck
nobody
hell.
stopped to pick me up either. Nobody saw me.
Oh, there's a bleeding fat
Probably
child.
good.
Yeah. You don't want anyone to pick you up.
A bleeding fat child. Oh, look, a bleeding fat kid.
Well, that was a funny phrase.
It is a good one.
So, have I ever mentioned on the podcast that
By the way, Mum didn't, when I got home, nothing.
no one cared?
No, I got home and they were
Well,
just
you
like,
didn't cry. Why would you care?
that's true. I walked in with bloody shins. They're like, it was interesting. Bad walk.
Did you say I tried to jump over?
Yeah, I told them exactly what happened. They're like, all right.
It's your turn to the
Back to the
dishwasher.
Price is Right or 20 to 1 or whatever the fuck they were watching.
21 Bert Newton.
Oh, yeah. Deal or No Deal was the one I was thinking of. I didn't mean to bring up Bert Newton. I apologize.
You knew it was going to be a soft topic.
Oh, no, I didn't mean.
I once sat next to him at the Lion King.
They're either watching 20 to 1 or Princess Diana's. Oh, no, not a win.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up again.
I sat next to Bert Newton at the Lion King opening night, Melbourne,
Really?
2015.
Wow.
And I said, wow. And he said,
Shaking
isn't
hands
it a
with
good
Will?
show? And I said, yes, it is, Bert Newton. I didn't say his full name. I said, yes, it is. So I didn't want to say Bert Newton.
Right.
And
You know-
he went to the toilet and Patty and I shared a kiss.
You know,
we looked at each other and went,
And only 6 short years later, she killed him.
for me.
For you.
And I'm just not about Patty
Any minute,
anymore. I'm not about her anymore.
you know the
Aidan
scene.
Newton will be his ascension to weird old man roles in Australian musical theatre
Yes.
will be complete.
You
I have
know-
a question, Aidan. Did the toupee hold up to scrutiny? Close up?
I mean, it wasn't awesome, but he definitely had hair.
But when you
know
spoke
what
to
I
him, were
mean?
you thinking Toupee?
No, I was thinking, oh my God, it's Bert Newton.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so starstruck by Bert Newton.
It's you see a person that's on telly all the time.
It's like, holy
they're in
shit.
the room with you.
That's
I
Bert
get it.
Newton.
I get it.
Yeah, and he was right next to me, all rubbing shoulders.
You know the scene where Scar throws Mufasa and he falls down. He gets
Spoiler alert.
gets- sorry. So
Yeah.
spoiler alert: Mufasa gets murdered by Scar and then trampled.
His brother.
At Bert Newton actually leant into Aidan and said, "This is my favorite bit," and I thought that was
That is
strange.
a frightening bit.
It was weird. I sat next to him at at Village Cinemas when we were seeing Stand By Me.
Oh yeah,
And they're poking the body with the stick. And like, this is my favourite bit.
that's so weird. He
actually
took me
my
to his
favourite
private
bit.
viewing parlor at his house, and we watched Scarface. And you know when they got about to chainsaw the guy in the bathtub?
Yeah.
He learned to me and he said, "That's my
He once,
favourite bit."
while I was at we were watching Stand By Me at Village.
Yeah.
Got his phone up. He's like, "Have you seen this lathe video?" And I hadn't. And I wish I hadn't.
And
Patty was like, "Oh, Bert, stop showing everyone the bloody lathe."
honestly, Bert.
Rest in peace.
I saw him at an underground screening of a Serbian film. I was like, "Bert."
Yeah, this is my favourite bit. Yeah. So rest in peace, Bert Newton.
Rest in peace, Bert. I want to sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was going to say something, but I've thought better of it. Well, maybe I haven't. Maybe I have. I haven't. I've spoken openly, I think, on this podcast, or at least I've spoken openly in the real world.
Everybody hold on.
Yeah, that I have a cock ring. Have I said this on the podcast before?
I don't think so. I didn't even know you had
I
a
wasn't
cock ring.
ready.
You weren't ready?
I wasn't ready for that.
Huh?
Where do you keep it?
On his cock.
Well, I bought one because a friend of mine told me that they were good. And I was like, well, I guess, right? It's like $10. So I bought one.
Oh, not a piercing, like the thing that you just like.
Like a thing that you like slide over everything?
yeah,
Right? It's full on. But it's great. And
Well, it wouldn't work if it was half on.
that's true. But the other day, I went and met someone.
Fucking hate.
I went and met somebody and brought it. Funnily enough, they asked if I had one, and I said, yeah, I do. And they're like, great, bring that. So I was like, okay. Supposed to make everything just a bit,
Stiffer.
bigger, thicker. Like there's just like the blood gets there and then just like is stuck there.
Good old,
I don't even
nice
like
old
putting-
blood. Nice old blood in the cock. That's what you want.
I don't even like putting a
Vintage
regular ring
blood.
on.
Also makes you come harder, I believe.
I just kind of.
I
I
know.
don't want to get stuck and be like.
It won't, and it's
won't-
metal as well, which is like if anything goes wrong, you're getting a fucking angle grinder next to my nuts. Anyway, Beck's got a question.
Sorry, my thingy stopped working.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You can say
Mayday.
cock ring, Beck. We don't mind.
It slipped off.
Try it now. Hard cut. Cock ring.
Well, now it's weird.
No.
So the guy said, "Bring the cock ring."
So I brought it. Anyway, I got home and then that night afterwards, and I thought I put it back in my drawer,
Yeah.
but the next morning I realized that it was just sitting next to my bed, like on the floor, right,
no.
on the other side. So you couldn't see it if you just walked into my room. It was like just under the bed. I was like, whatever, I'll deal with that tomorrow. And the problem is, I did my sheets on my bed. I was doing a wash of my sheets. And because I was driving my sister to the airport this morning, while I was at work, her and my mother made my bed as a hey, you're getting up super early tomorrow. We'll do something nice for you, right? When I got home, I might mention as well, there was a small bottle of poppers next to it. Because I'm
There's no mistaking it now.
no, right? And
They
when I
were
got,
inside that, like the cock ring, and then you Aidan sprinkled a few in there.
No, it's right. No, when I was inside, when I got home, I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta go do my sheets. And they were like, don't worry, we did it for you. And they're all like happy. And I was like, oh no. I ran upstairs and the poppers were under my bed. So I think maybe my sister just kicked them under my bed. Thank God.
Good sister.
But the cock ring,
She's a real
which
one.
looks nothing like anything else. It's just like a silver
Tiny
ring.
bangle.
It's just
Not
like a
like a-
silver
Tiny
ring.
bangle.
It's way too small to be on my hand, but
Oh,
like it's
now.
it's like like I guess that big. I don't know.
Wouldn't
right?
it be like something like, "Oh, let's come off Aidan's curtain rod"?
Like it would look like that, and it was just placed very neatly on my bedside table. I was like, oh Jesus Christ,
Covered in cum, but Sorry.
yuck. But it probably would have been at one
But it was
stage.
weird because it wasn't when he put it there.
But I thought it was like I was like, oh, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here quickly. I need to get out of here
I give
so
you full
quickly.
permission next time. If that ever happens again, you can just say, "Oh, that's a present for Matt's new niece. It's a bracelet."
Matt's new niece OJ.
OJ, I got her a bracelet.
If
That
the
is
cock ring
so,
fits.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so full on. It was so full on. So I'll bring bread, pita, and a cock ring next
Thank
week.
you.
Yes,
I'm
fantastic.
looking forward to it.
We all have to eat one of those.
That's the podcast name, right? Bread, pita, and a cock ring.
That's a great name.
Great work, great work. Hey, it's GMat here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMat podcast and you want to hear more, We also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast.